I'm honestly scraping my mind to find a company that has more than 10 guys on our software that doesn't have call out fees. The call out fee, service fee, diagnostic fee, many different names for it. That's one thing that we actually, if I go through and do a setup or my team does a setup with a company, we force it onto them. I tell the owner, I don't care if you use it or not. It's a pre-built task. You add it, you don't add it. I honestly don't care. But what you will find is by adding, even if it's $30, $40, if you don't know what it should be, start at a point that you're comfortable with. If you don't want to figure out the maths at the start, do something like $40 an hour. So $40 for the call out. And they go, oh, well, why? What's that going to accomplish? I said, well, you fed up with just doing quotes for the sake of quoting? Well, yeah, I want to win my jobs. I said, well, if you ask your customer on the phone, hey, it's going to cost $40 for me to come out and give you a quote. You're going to get my expertise in writing, and I'm going to explain what's going on. If they're not willing to pay $40 for that, what makes you think they're going to pay $4,000 for a new hot water system, full upgrade with copper, or $2,000 for the new toilet suite and the new taps? They sit there and think, you see them, they're thinking as well, oh, that's a really good point. Like, I never thought about that. I just don't want to have that barrier to entry. And I said, well, there's good barriers and there's bad barriers. And you want a good one at the start because you don't want to be running around giving quotes out for no reason. And it's, not only does that call out fee help to cover those costs to get out there and in turn make you more profitable, it also means that you then start working with those clients you want to work with. The clients that believe in your service or are more interested in understanding your service rather than just being a quoting aggregation person who's just out there just to give you 5 quotes. Who's the cheapest? 5 words on that quote. Let's go.
Yeah, the term free quote, you just sort of shut up.
And it's so funny the amount of times we get people coming to us. Oh, how do you weed out tire kickers? And then we go at the most foundational level. Oh, do you have a fee for when you go out and do quotes? Oh, no. You're missing the most foundational. And it was an interesting point you said there's good barriers to entry and bad barriers to entry. That's a fantastic one for 1, covering your time involved, 2, covering and I guess positioning your expertise as valuable to the customer, and 3, making sure that if someone's not willing to put, like you're saying, for example, $40, $100, $150, $200 into getting you out there, why are they going to pay $4,000 for a quote?
I'm honestly scraping my mind to find a company that has more than 10 guys on our software that doesn't have call out fees.
Yeah.
And I'm just seeing the thing, I can't think of any of them that don't. And what they do is they waive the call out. If you go ahead with the job, you don't pay the $50 or whatever it might be. So not only are you producing a really good barrier to entry to weed out the tire kickers, you're then incentivizing your customer to go ahead with the work while you're there. Because you know that through the remaining of the tasks on the quote, there's already ample profit in there. That $50, you're essentially looking at going, I'm going to give this away free anyway. Waiving the call out fee, you got a good barrier to entry, you got an incentive for the customer to go ahead. The third thing that they're going to do then, they're just going to sign the quote and say, thank you, please get the job done.